Yeah, I'm Senior Officer Scenes. I work on Weight Wing as a Senior Officer, so basically I manage a unit of 135 prisoners most of the time, and about 10 to 11 staff on any one shift.
You see here, there's self-harm is quite an important issue, and you see girls wandering around. I mean, how is it for you dealing with that?
A lot of the women are on what we call ACTS, which is basically a document, and that's the way that we keep a track of how they're doing day to day and how we assess them. I think we're looking at around the 50 mark at the moment. And on the wing, I think there's 36 open at the moment, ACT documents. So when you're looking at a population of 135 women on the wing, to have 36 on an open sort of suicide or self-harm document is quite a high figure. We sit with the prisoner and we talk to them about their sort of ongoing issues and how they're dealing with their issues and what courses they're doing, and we just review how they're doing. Obviously then there's the spontaneous sort of incidents where, you know, you'll find that a girl has cut themselves or maybe tied something around their own neck, and it's just a matter of dealing with it sort of as and when you come across it, or they highlight it to you sometimes. At the very instance where someone does hurt themselves, you're kind of running on adrenaline really, and you're not kind of, thinking about sort of how you're reacting with it. You're just dealing with it as it is, the situation. And then after, I suppose, obviously you've got the sight of it. So if you're a little bit squeamish, I'm not a paramedic, I didn't, expect to see things like this every day. So you've got the initial sort of, could turn your stomach. And then you've got the emotional side of it, because you get on with the girls, and you kind of form, quite a bond with a lot of them. And when you see that they're going through an emotional turmoil, obviously you can take that home. You've got to be very careful, and there are sort of a staff care team here, so you can chat and have counselling. And I think for us it's difficult because our mental health training that we get isn't obviously is not going to be as comprehensive as the registered mental health nurses that we have working here. So it comes with experience dealing with women with severe mental health problems, because you see such a wide range of problems, anything from sort of bipolar, schizophrenia, or even personality disorders, which are increasingly common with the drug use that women are going through at the moment. Obviously it's not just down to drug use, but that's sort of, you see a primary factor, the way it affects them, especially if you get one prisoner who comes in time after time and you can see their mental health deteriorating, which isn't a pleasant thing.
This is the Kelly unit. It's a 10-bedded unit, and it's now a main residential unit. It did used to be the segregation. It holds ladies with mental health issues who are more vulnerable on the wing, who are copers. So at the moment we've got 10 ladies down here. At the moment they're all personality disorders, so we have got some that they're saying that they're going to be going to psychiatric units, but there's none definite as yet. We have got one lady who we believe has got psychopathic tendencies, so she's down here for protection of the other women in the prison. She's not suitable to be located anywhere else, just due to the violent thoughts that she has at times, and the severity of the self-harm of most of the women down here. That's why they're located down here as well. Can have up to, God knows how many ligatures we can have during a day, just depending on the mood of the women as well, and cutting up. Some of them do have voices in their heads. They do need a distraction. So the telly did reduce, when we got the tellies put in, it reduced self-harm dramatically.
Right, we're on Fox House, which is the new safe custody house, and it's a new initiative brought in by the Governor, where all the prisoners who are listeners and insiders are put together to offer each other peer support, so that after they've been dealing with anyone who's been talking to them who's been suicidal or offering support out to them, they can give each other peer support. It might be anything that's really because the office in the front door, they can go around the house, go into the common room, go into the dining room. I've worked on Weight Wing, and we have really bad days where it's just like real sort of like in-depth self-harm down there, where there's like 30 instances of self-harm in a day. But you work on a unit like this, and sort of like they're the ones who are offering support, so it's a completely different set of what's happening, because on Weight Wing, because of the diverse population, it was more about battling daily, because it's all about getting medication and people not behaving and self-harm, and you still have a laugh with the ones that just wanted to get on with people, basically. But on here, they all do.
No.
And you just, it's not hard work working on it. It's hard work doing the work that we have to do.
Yeah.
But managing the women isn't hard on it.